Welcome to an out-of-the-box playthrough preview. Today I am looking at Ahoy Shipwrecked. This is a game that's going to soon be on Kickstarter. I've been provided with the files to make this print and play in order to make this video. Because it is a preview, things may change during the Kickstarter, after Kickstarter, so keep that in mind. It is for $1 to $99, as in you can just print out multiple sheets, and it takes about 30 minutes plus, give or take. This game is you are shipwrecked on an island, your boat has sunk, and it's just you and your barrel of rum. So in the game itself, we've got basically 4 boards. The game turn is rolling 3 dice, using those dice to do actions, then ticking off a draft of our rum to get us to sleep, and that's 18 turns, and then the game is over. In terms of the boards, we have a raft that we're ultimately trying to build. So we're trying to build a raft to escape from the island. That requires things like planks of wood, leaves to make sails, reeds to make rope. Of those, there are 3, well, that one, and that one. Those 3 that are essential. If we don't build those, we can't escape. The other ones are optional, but they do score more points. If you don't have many of them, you go into minuses, and that's the aim of the game, is to get positive scores. You can also get bonuses for upgrading things. This board here is our resources, so your leaves, your kind of flax, any treasure you might have dug up, and your wood and water supplies. One of the other things we can do on a 4 action is we can turn planks into, wood into planks, and we can actually produce more items. We can also build more complex things. So over here on this board, we've got things like a net that allows us to collect more food. We've got a wood sleigh. So if we go into the jungle, if we're on a 5, we get 1 bit of wood. If we've got an axe, we get 2 bits of wood. If we've got a wood sled, we get 5. So that's a really good thing to build, because you need wood to make lots of things for your raft. At the end of each turn, like I said, you have to have a draft of rum. Also, you'll take a fatigue. And if you've got a fatigue, when you roll your dice, they get reduced by the number of fatigue. So if I got 2 fatigue, that would go down to a 1 and a 1 and a 3. So that's a bad thing. You can reduce fatigue by resting with a 1, but that costs you a dice. Or you can build a shelter and sleep in, or have a fire, but that costs you wood. So there's lots of different things you can do, lots of decisions you need to make. With your dice, and you do have a bit of manipulation. When you roll your dice, you don't have to keep the numbers that you have. You could say you really wanted to rest. You can say, well, I've got a 3, I go 3 minus 2, that turns that into a 1. And so you do that. Maybe if we had that as a 2, we say, well, we actually really need a 4. You could combine them together. So you can do addition and subtraction of your dice as a manipulation to kind of get the things that you might need. That being said, the dice represent your time, your day. You've got to do some sleeping as well. And so using dice to combine can be expensive. Might be easier if I just play some rounds and you get to see how it all fits together and the choices you make. So I'm going to squeeze it in a little bit more. These things I don't need to the end because they're kind of scoring, and I think I can then fit them all on my table, which would be handy. Okay, so let's go. First turn, let's roll some dice. Okay, so there's some good ones. So 3's good. I'm going to go to the beach and search, and I can pick one of the things that I'll keep on searching until I find myself an axe, because an axe is very handy. Then a 2's not so good, but I really want my 5. So I'm going to use the 5 and head off into the jungle, and with my axe I'm going to get 2 pieces of wood. So I'll mark those down. The 2, I could use it to do an upgrade if I had another dice, but I've got nothing to upgrade yet. There's also a point structure with the journal, and so I'm just going to use the 2 on there, and you circle them as you go through. So as you do more of your journal, you get more points at the end. So it's a way of increasing your score, particularly once you've got positive scores, then it becomes almost beat your own score. See how high you can get it by doing some of the kind of more optional things like writing in your journal, collecting treasure. Those things aren't going to help you survive, but they will give you a better score. End of turn, we've got to drink some rum to get us through the night, and we pick up 1 fatigue. So turn 2. So it's really quick turns. You roll your dice, you use your dice, rum, fatigue, roll your dice again. Okay, so I've got 1 fatigue, so this is a disaster because I've got 1. They all go down by 1. So I get 3 ones. So one of them I'll use to rest. So my fatigue goes. I actually believe that gets left there. We just cross it off. Everything is marked and then crossed off. Then I'm going to combine those two, and I guess I'll do another journal entry. Sitting on the beach writing my journal. So then we take another rum, and we don't take a fatigue because I've rested. Other thing I should say is you've got 18 turns for your rum, but if you've got water and you get halfway through it, you can dilute your rum into grog, which gets you more turns, but if you've got rum left over, you get more points. So you can either try and do it in 18 turns or get more turns, but then you'll get less score. Oh, got no fatigue, but horrible rolls. That is horrendous. Okay, I'm going to take the 4, and I am going to turn one of my wood into a plank. If I had a saw, I'd get 2, but since I don't, I will put my plank. So I'll get rid of one of my wood. Do I want to do that? Yeah, and we'll put it in here. Start building my raft. It's got to be done. These ones, why not? I'll join them together, get another 2. I'm on the scoreboard with 1 point in my journal. Have another rum, and we take a fatigue. I can't say I've ever have a game. Oh, so you can't go lower than 1. So those stay at 1s, and the 4 that goes to a 4 because of my. That's really bad. I need to build a fire or something else. What do I need for fire? I need a lighter. Okay, so I'm going to go 3. Take the 1, turn that into a 3. We're going to head off to the beach and find ourselves one of these. Then we're going to rest. Then I'm going to eat some rum and no fatigue. Better. Okay. I really want to make a sled, but what I need for a sled, I just need some wood. And I need 4. I've got a 6. I could do a 4. I could build a sled. But then I couldn't go into the jungle. And I kind of want to go to the jungle. There is a little bit of thinking. 6 can be anything. If I build my fire, I'll still need some wood. I've got an axe though. Okay, so I'm going to build a fire. I haven't got a 4 though, I could use that. Okay, I'm going to use 5. But I can't light my fire, can I? I still need, oh yeah, I can light my fire. Okay, so I'm going to use my 6. This is probably as a 4, and that's going to, and I'll use 1 wood and my fire lighter to light my fire. As long as you keep giving wood to your fire, you don't get any fatigue, and you can only light it, but you can let it go out, but you can only light it 3 times. So then I'm going to use those 2 as a 5 to go into the jungle with my axe to get 2 bits of wood. Right, now we're talking. End of turn. I'll use my rum, and I've lit my fire, so I'll use a piece of wood. It means I don't get any fatigue, so I get to keep my dice, which is kind of the point. I still get a 1, which is rubbish. Okay, I really need to get more wood, so we need to make a sled. And I need to do that with a 4. So I'm going to use the 4 to build a sled. It's going to cost me a wood. And then I am going to not go into the jungle. Oh, my fire's going to go out. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Never mind. I'll have to do that. Too many decisions. Okay, 3. I'm going to go find a knife on the beach. And then I'm going to, my fire's going to go out, so I'm going to rest. Might as well use my rest so I won't get any fatigue. My fire has now gone out because I've run out of wood. So that was, I really needed to get my sled and get more wood in. And now we are in, that's the end of turn 6. The other thing you could do is build this water tray, and then every turn you get some water. So I really need to do that next. Oops, that one didn't roll very well, so I'll roll that again. Okay, so I'm going to use my 5 to go into the jungle and use my sled to collect 5 wood. Now we're cooking. I've got an axe, and I'm going to go use join those together. It turns into a 4, so I can build my water tray. It's going to cost me a wood, and that's all I can do. But end of turn, I use a rum. I take a fatigue because my fire went out, but I get a water. And so every turn now I'm going to start collecting water for free, which is helpful because 1, you need water if you want to water down your rum to get grog. You also can use water as one of your optionals on your boat, water and food. This is so you end up, it becomes resource management, but it's also like engine building because you're building different things that allow you to do more complex, almost like combo activities. And there's lots of different ways you can achieve that. Yeah, so let's go another turn. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the jungle, use up my sled for the last time and get another 5 wood. Okay, now I am going to, what's a 4? I'm going to light my fire again. That's not going to, oh, I'm cheating already. Have you worked out why I'm cheating? I've got a fatigue, so all of these get knocked down 1, which isn't too bad because they're all high anyway. But so, okay, 5. I'll go back and get my 5 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to light my fire. Okay, so what I was saying is I lit my fire, but I've still got fatigue. So the fire doesn't get rid of your fatigue. It just means you don't get any more fatigue. So I'm still going to be -1 till I do a rest at some point. Then I've got a 3. I am going to go and I really need a hammer. Because a hammer, you need a hammer to use tacks. Because if you've got a hammer and you put tacks, you get 2 for 1. So I'm going back to the beach. And ultimately you need to collect everything. End of turn, I use up a grog, I get a free water, I've got my fire lit, so I burn some wood, but I'm still on -1 fatigue. Oh well, I guess I'm going to be using that, so that turns into a 4. Okay. Yeah, 4's a bit rubbish. 1 or 5. I've got a knife. Let's turn that into a 5. Go and get some leaves, and because I've got a knife, I get 3 leaves. You need leaves to make sails. I'm going to have to sleep, so I might as well use that for sleep. That gets rid of my fatigue. Hooray! I still need to use a rum. My fire is still lit, so it's going to cost me wood, and I get more water next turn. least I get to keep my dice, even if I do get a rubbishy 2. Actually, the 2's not so bad, because I can use the 2 to do an upgrade. So you can use a 2 plus anything else to upgrade something. And I don't know, do I want to use it? Maybe I'll wait till I get a 1 and a 2, because it seems a shame to waste the 6 when I could do more fun things with that. Much like I'm going to use the 6 to go to the beach and pick up some nails, and because I've got a hammer I get 2 for 1, so that finishes that off. And that's probably not a good idea, because that's an optional one. Might be a better idea to do it down here, because this is my compulsory one. Okay, so I went to the beach, then I've got a 4, which would allow me to, why don't I combine those together, turn into another 6, go to the beach and get the saw. It's just going to make it easier if I've got everything I need, equipment. End round, burn through a piece of wood, get some more water, and we're off again. 1, 3. I'm going to go back to the beach, look for some more tacks, and I might as well finish that one and put it into that one. See if I get my raft finished before I finish this video. I'll try and get the compulsory bits done. Okay, so let's make some sails. I need one of those, so I'll use the 6. I'll go to the beach, and now I've got everything. And I've got a 1, so I'll rest, but I don't have any fatigue. It's still going to cost me some wood because my fire's still going. Rum, and I get free water, which I'm going to use in a minute. I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a second. That doesn't count because it's on the side. What do we got? Okay, let's make some sails, because that's kind of interesting. I've got some leaves. I need a 4. So I use my 4. I've got my spiky thing, so I can use a leaf and get 2 sails. And where are they going to go? This up here. So you've got quite a lot of stuff to build. I need some reeds, and I get reeds from the jungle. But I need a 5, but I don't have that. But I can find this to a 4. Turn that into a 4. I'll use my saw to turn a wood into 2 planks. Because you need to build. End around, I use a rum, and then I can use a wood for the fire, but I get some water. Okay, I'm going to have to make some grog next turn. I need a 4. Okay, fine. Don't want the 2, so I'll use that to a 4 to make grog. So what happens with the grog is you count out how much rum you got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can use 6 water it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was lucky. And that makes 12 grog. And so if you read the rules, they cross things out and colour things in. But because I've used 6 and 6 gives me 12, I've got 12 left. I'm just going to count these back because I've got 12 marked off. So now that becomes a 12 turn counter backwards. Okay, so now we're under pressure. I am going to use this to go into the jungle with my knife and cut some reeds. Okay, end round. I've got my fire burning. I still get some water, and I lose one of my grog. See, that's how I'm going to use that as a countdown. End of turn. Ooh, 6s are good. Okay, so we're going to go into the beach and grab some nails, because that will then finish off that, which is good. 6s, I can do almost anything, which is handy. Let's make some rope. And I can make rope with a knife for a 4. So I can turn that into 2 rope. And I need rope, 1 there and 1 here. It's remnants from a previous game. Okay, and I'm going to do that again. And that gets me those two. End of round. Grog's gone. Water's done. Do some wood. I've still got 2, so I'm okay. Next turn. Oh, 2 and a 6. Okay, why not? I'm going to use the 2 plus something else. So I'll use the 6, which is a bit of a waste, but it's a demo. Then I can upgrade my sled. You see it's got 1 more space there for an upgrade. Then I can use my 5 to go into the jungle and use my upgrade and get another 4 wood. 5 wood. So I need that for my fire. End of turn, I drink a grog and I have to keep my fire lit, and I get some more water. What do I need? I need some planks, and I need more sails. Oh, that's a horrible roll, particularly now. Okay, I can. Yeah, what do I want to do with that? 2s. Why don't I just turn them all into 2s? Why not? 2 and 2 and 2. Upgrade my diary twice. Bye-bye grog. Hello water. Goodbye wood. I think my raft finished. Oh, 1's rubbish. 1 is really bad. Okay, so we need to make some sails. So I'll use a leaf. And I can make 2 sails. And I'll do that again. My other 6. And 1 I can't use, so that's... Oh, I think there's a penalty for not using a dice. Maybe there isn't. If there is, I've forgotten. Get some water. And you can transfer water anytime into your boat. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a non-issue. Next turn, see if I'll finish my raft. Oh, that's not very good. So what do I need to finish my raft? I need some more planks. So that would be a 4. And some wood will give me 2 more planks. And I'll do it again. 1, 2. Okay, nearly done. Grog. So you do run out of stuff quick. Fire, water. I'm nearly out of wood. So I am going to go 5 and get 2 more. Use my axe and get 2 more. Then I am going to, what else do I need? I need 5 minus 2 is a 3. I go to the beach to get some nails. I get 2 more nails, but I think I only need 1. Okay, grog, water, fire. 6 turns. Ooh, that's not very nice. What else do I need? I need some sails. And I need some wood. So that's easy. So I can do wood with a 4. So I'll lose a piece of wood. And that will get me 1 there. And let's stick another one up here for the fun of it. And then 3, I can go to the beach and pick up a sail. And because I've got the spiky thing, I get 2. But I think I only need 1. Okay. And that would give me, so if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 water. So I complete that one. This one is now completed. That one's completed. And that one is completed. I lose a grog. And I'm going to stop now because I've done some crazy decisions that I wouldn't have done in a normal game. Combining the dice, manipulating the dice is very expensive. But you get an idea of how things are going. I have finished my raft though. So my raft, I've got my compulsory things going. I could declare that I'm going to go next turn. I wouldn't get any points for this, but I would get points for, I get 1 for my water. I get nothing for the compulsories because they've not been upgraded. I'd get 1 for my water trough. I would get 1 for my sled, 1 for my fire. But I've only got 1 of these things. I'd be a -8, so I'd probably lose. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. Coming to Kickstarter next month. This is Shipwrecked. Ahoy, lots of decisions, good fun. Don't forget to subscribe and like.